How do I make this video without getting a strike on my channel? The least controversial and most advertiser-friendly man just made the most advertiser-friendly PR move. We're talking about Kanye, of course. Now, Kanye West, as we know, is known for just being a positive guy and just having an overall optimistic outlook on life. And recently, he decided that it would be a bright idea to try to stream on Twitch out of all platforms, which is notorious for banning people in record times. And when the stream starts off, there's no introduction, there's no nothing. He's just rambling.
We gotta connect all the streams, because that's how we're gonna take the power away from the old system. Like the system, they scared of TikTok, right?
If we take the hypotenuse of the square root and then we string it together and then we get all the things, and then I don't know what Kanye's talking about here, to be honest. It's just a rambling of words, and I'm gonna try my best to piece all together what he's saying, because I'm 99% sure he is off coke while making this. Now, before we get too far into what he's actually talking about, I just want to take a moment to point out the background. He's got a flat screen TV with a bunch of wires and just a PS4 on the ground with a chair facing away from the TV, and that's it. This is a billionaire, by the way. And then Kanye starts to talk about the Grammys, and he tries to keep this persona that he doesn't care about the Grammys, just like many other artists. They try to claim that they don't care about the Grammys, but it so clearly affects him. He's just salty that he doesn't get his flowers, and he's clearly jealous of Kendrick of all people.
Lucien, Vivendi, French Bank, I gotta give y'all a pat on the back for that Grammy shit. And now y'all got Kendrick at 24, right? You got me at 24 Grammys, him at 20. Now, we know this shit made up, but regardless, you know me, I deserve every Grammy. I mean, even though I never won a Grammy against a white person, but I deserve every Grammy that I got. And you can't even really tell me a Kendrick song. It ain't about Kendrick, it ain't about Virgil, it ain't about none of this shit.
After he stops rambling about the Grammy stuff, he goes in to talk about assistants and all of that, and saying how he's never been an assistant. He says Kim Kardashian was an assistant and all this stuff. It doesn't make sense. I don't really get his point here. He claims he's a king and whatnot. He's not a king, by the way. He's just rambling.
I've never been an assistant. You know what I'm saying? Born king. Born king. Born king. You gotta understand, when, you know, Kim was Paris Hilton's assistant. I should have had babies with Paris Hilton over Kim Kardashian. You guys say, could you imagine if I had kids with Paris Hilton, how many hotels I have now? You get what I'm saying? Think about that. Think about that. The Hilton. You know, the Hilton shit. Yeah. Because I think y'all staying in the Hilton right now. The Edition Hotels is a Hilton. You know what I'm saying? And Paris Hilton had the vision, and then that's what happened. Kim was like the Virgil. Kim was like Paris Hilton's Virgil. And that's what happened. If you like Arnold Schwarzenegger and you have a kid with a nanny, the nanny only power is to take your kids. So Kim's only power is to take my kids. I had a baby with a fucking assistant, bro. And then put her on Vogue. Then put her on Vogue, bro. You can't put no assistant on Vogue, bro.
And then for some reason, he just randomly drops that Cardi's album was trash. Now, I'm not a Cardi fanboy in any means, but what Cardi has put out is honestly much better than anything Kanye has dropped in the past few years. And trust me, coming from me, that's saying a lot.
Cardi album was trash, bro. Evil Jordan is like the Benjamins. It's one of the best, illest songs ever. That's inside of him. Them choirs on Crush is like two thinking they Ye in the studio talking about what would Ye do without calling Ye. Call Ye. Cardi, call me. I wouldn't have did that. Matter of fact, Cardi stole my producers, bro.
A lot of his points do stem from jealousy. You can easily tell that. But also, he claims that he stole his producers and that he got influence from him and didn't give him flowers, which I kind of do see the influence part on some of his songs. But then again, that could be from so many other artists, and I don't know. From what I can see, I think it's mostly just jealousy that he's talking about. And then out of blue, in, you know, classic Kanye fashion, he starts talking about Hitler and the swastikas and stuff. Just classic Kanye stuff.
Stole OG Volta. Yeah, he stole the skinhead swag. Where the swastika? Where's the swastika? The hell? We talking about the skinhead shit. Go all the way with it. You Jew is not gonna treat me like I'm some kind of summer camp training to hype these up.
And this, among with a lot of other things he said, is more than likely why he was banned. But the stream's not in there, and it keeps going for a few more minutes. And then he goes into another tangent about Dave Blunt's. He's kind of giving him his flowers, which is kind of cool to see, and how like people are hating on him. But he just draws parallels to himself and makes it about himself, like always.
But I gotta get Dave Blunt's writing on my shit, because the Drake, you know, he gonna think of some cold shit. It's like Shakespeare greatest writer of our time, but this, because of Dave Blunt's circumstance, like the fact that he been overweight is like me being from Chicago and looking at me like a pink polo. You know what I'm saying?
And then he talks about how people are just jealous of him. I think this whole entire stream is just a contradictory to that statement, and it kind of shows the opposite, how he's just jealous of everyone else and that he's just sad that Kendrick's getting his Grammys and that Cardi made a better album than him.
Well, you're just better than Cameron.
I'm just better than these. By the way, they jealous, and I get it. Everything I do is to get these. They gonna be jealous I know how it is to be jealous. I was jealous of Virgil. I was jealous of Drake. I was jealous of Elon. Elon that gave me so many passes, bro. I done like kirked out on Elon and shit before, and he still gave me this platform. And having this platform, baby, saying these Jews. Woman beater, blah, blah, whatever. The shit, that freedom is like getting money and going to Louis Vuitton, and you keep going to your credit card, and that shit never goes off. It's like the store can't outbuy you. You can outbuy the store. That's what this Twitter, like, that made a monster. Elon made a monster by not turning my shit off this time. Now y'all seeing a different level, bro. It's like, I can say whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I will say, the stuff he said about Elon here is actually kind of true. He says that Elon made a monster by turning Twitter into X and that he kept him unbanned. He actually kind of hit a nail on the head there. So, I mean, he obviously knows what he's saying is wrong, but he honestly doesn't care. It's PR stuff. I don't even know if it's PR stuff at this point, because, I mean, it's bad PR, but if it's just in the limelight, I don't really know. And then he just keeps rambling about random stuff at the end. And then finally, the stream gets shut down at 7 minutes and 4 seconds. Which is a new speedrun world record. I don't know if that's actual world record, but for like a celebrity high up, it's gotta be. And yeah, Kanye doing stuff in Kanye fashion as always. But that's all for today, and you can click my face right now to watch a video on the downfall of Ubisoft. Go enjoy it. Don't be like Kanye.